Welcome, and you are watching your first episode of reviews. Today we are reviewing the Robtop levels. This is a beautiful topic many people have covered so many times, and it is oversaturated, but it is such a good way to express the feelings for the game, while the community levels are what runs the game, and the Robtop levels once comes every 7 years. One comes every 7 years, and they kind of just fall into irrelevancy. They are the foundation of this game. We expand the game into what it is today with our levels, but in the end, this was the start, and we'll continue to push the limits with so much. All these different inspirations. It's the starter pack into what leads into all the different levels and beautiful things we see. So let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to start with is Stereo Madness. Now, I'm going to reference a lot of different people I've watched who have made these tier lists. A lot of different people have made these tier lists and have ranked these in different spots. I have a lot of different opinions that they do, but I do have a lot of similar opinions. In Stereo Madness, we're going to go ahead and put that right into B tier. There's a lot of people who do that, EVW specifically, and a couple other people who have done community poll-based ratings, that good stuff. But I think it's a good B. See, Stereo Madness is where it all starts. It all starts there, unless you skip to whatever you want, or you get you get fooled into doing something else. This is where it all starts. Stereo Madness is where the beginning of these levels starts. You have this beautiful entourage of I think a design that works perfectly. It starts out, I think it starts out kind of easy. I think the whole thing is pretty easy, but I think the last 65 to 100 is the hardest with the cube, and then the last ship is the hardest part of the ship. The first ship is the easiest thing, even if you're just now getting used to the ship. If you've seen a tad bit of the game, you at least know what's happening. It's not that challenging. It's really nothing to be worried about with the ship. But it's fun. But if I were to go back and play this level, which I have recently, it's a trip down memory lane, but it's not a roller coaster. It's not really fun. I still do enjoy the level. The level's still fun to this day, and yeah. If I pulled up a random level from the feature tab, it could definitely beat it. I mean, it is 2.2 and this is 1.0, so there's obviously a big change, but times have changed, and Stereo Madness, it's not a bad thing that it's this low. And even if I put a level at F, they're not bad levels, but they haven't aged the best, or I don't find them as fun as I do today. So, good B. Good, nice fun, especially really aesthetic at the beginning. Beating it for the first time, it's just a good challenge, but I didn't find it too hard. I beat it in 15, 16 tries. It really wasn't that challenging for me. Many people have tried much harder for the level, have spent much more attempts, but I just kind of got past Stereo Madness. It wasn't much trouble. Back on Track is the next one. Most people have more fun with Back on Track. However, I gotta say, we're gonna put this one in the C tier. Right away, I have fun with this level. I think it's good. I don't enjoy it as much as Stereo Madness. The jump pads are definitely a fun little introduction that adds more to the game. But I think it stays the same as Stereo Madness. I think it could have been a little more exciting. Definitely could have. I don't know. I think for being a star above Stereo Madness is not much harder. I think learning a new mechanic is harder, but then again, you're learning one small jump pad thing, which is pretty easy to understand. When in the first level, you were learning two whole game modes, which is a bigger thing than jump pads, I'd say. Well, jump pads are an essential part of the game. Game modes are literally what you play. So I think I think it wasn't all that interesting. It does have. I just don't find it as fun. It is a really good level, but it's not as fun as Stereo Madness was, nor as thrilling to beat it. I beat Back on Track in 3 attempts. It really wasn't that hard. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it. Poltergeist is next. Oof. A lot of people don't like this level. They think it's the weakest out of the beginning 3. I will have to agree. I'd have to say, yeah. I think the cube ship is most hated part of this level. I like that part. It's a unique ship idea that you don't see, because while there are just random blocks in the air and you can hold the ceiling, if done right, that idea is really good. And this is 1.0. You know, this is. I do still have to judge it by today's standards, kind of, because like it's how I feel about the level. But at the same time, it's a unique idea that, if done really well, it could be really fun. I've seen a few levels do the blocks in the air idea. It's really fun. You know, it's different from your conventional ships. You know, it's not just spikes across the ceiling like most of Robtop level spikes are. You know, except for like higher levels definitely get better with the ship as they go on. But at the beginning, the first 7 levels, one of the most interesting ship parts, I'd say, definitely has been Poltergeist. So, but I'm ranking. You're like, why are you ranking it at D then? Well, D because I'm not sure. I just didn't like the rest of the level. It felt very bland. The jump orbs, sure, are thrown in there, but like, yay, I guess. It's the only thing it introduced. Other than that, yeah, it's alright. I think, though, with the first 5 levels, they'll just kind of blend in together. I really like the setup Robtop has, however. We first introduce the game to the 2 main mechanics, then we move on. We introduce a feature, then we introduce another feature. We focus on those features. We don't really focus on the orbs too much in Poltergeist, which is kind of sad, but, you know, it's alright. All is good. We're going next to Dry Out. See, Dry Out here, this is going to go right into D, but lower than, I'd say lower than Poltergeist. No. I wonder. Because the upside down part, upside down cube is really fun, I think. The ups and the downs, it almost was like we're starting to foreshadow Jumper, right? We're foreshadowing for Jumper, which is really, really good level. We'll get to that though. I'm mostly rating these on how fun they are. Yeah, I'm bringing in the whole GD mechanics thing. But here's the thing. I had fun with this. I'm rating this mostly on fun, not just mechanics, not how they introduce it. This is an analytical video. I will have plenty of those. But this is my own personal opinion on how fun I think these were. I didn't have fun on Poltergeist that much. The chip is, like I said, it's really unique. I had to point that out, but it doesn't mean I have fun with it, you know? I think done right, I could have fun, but overall, Dry Out, the rest of the level, I could barely remember it, and that's not a good thing. That's not fun, you know? It's not bad, but it's definitely kind of down there on the fun side. This is like a fun tier list. We're gonna move on right away to Base After Base. I'm not sure how Blast Processing got mangled in there. I might have done something wrong. Base After Base. So here's the thing. Base After Base, so many people hate it. EVW, GD Colon, I've heard him talk trash about it. You know, just many people complain about how much of a nothing sandwich this level is. Mechanic-wise, this is a spectacularly planned out level. For what's to come next, this level prepares you. This level takes everything you want. They introduce something new every level. All 4 levels. First you have the game modes, then you have the jump pads, then you have the jump orbs, then you have the upside down. Yeah, they mix a little bit of the mechanics together in some of these, but not really. You don't see much pads in this level. You see a little bit of orbs and pads, but very few, you know. It's mostly focused on that one thing. This level throws it all together. There's an upside down section, there's plenty of jump orbs and jump rings or jump pads and stuff like that. There's plenty of it. But it's easy, and they're like, well, most people are like, it feels like the same difficulty as the rest, you know, it's a little bit harder. But the thing I like, it's introducing real structure. It's not just meant to introduce something. These levels are built in a way that they introduce a mechanic and they kind of just go with it. But this level is not introducing anything. It's not introducing anything, which is when the real level comes into play. It makes the level good, mechanic-wise. But that's not why we're here. We're here for the fun. I enjoy this level. I'm not like, whoa, this is so fun. But out of the first levels, this goes up with Stereo Madness. It's really fun. It's not really challenging like Stereo Madness was, but it is fun. Yeah, B tier. It's fun. It's more fun than Back on Track. It's just enjoyable for some reason. I'm not sure why it's so enjoyable, but it is. You know, we're gonna have to go with that. I'm gonna have to choose. It's gonna have to be a B tier because it's just really good. It's fun. It's just not like super fun. That's why it's not A. You know, it's not like woo. It's behind. It's less fun than Stereo Madness for sure, but it's around that same area for me. All right, next one is Can't Let Go. Ooh. Part of me says I hated this level and I got stuck on it so much, but really I didn't. Like I was on that for like maybe an hour, which is not that bad because most people get stuck on it more than that. Some people hate this level, the upside down part. Yeah, UD absolutely hates that coin and and all that stuff. But I don't think it's all too bad. I wouldn't use I never used practice mode at all until like like when I started getting like harder ones. It was like Clutter Funk or something like that, or X Step. But here's the thing with this level. Mr. Can't Let Go here. It's fun. It's challenging. It's this was the test of mechanics. This was the review, and this is the test. The study guide. We got the study guide. Now we have the test. It's fairly fun. It's good. It's good. It's not as good as base after base. It's not as fun, I don't think. Yeah, it is. It's better. The ship part is better. It's more fun. I do enjoy the ship part more than base after base. Base after base has a good ship part. With the corridor, almost. The corridor ship part, which isn't something we really see in Robtop levels. Corridor ship gameplay. It's really fun. But, Can't Let Go is really good. The ship part in this, like the drop from... Yeah, the drop of the level is really good. Really well done. And the freeze. Maybe the freeze isn't in that level, but it's good. It starts off with this, these tighter kick parts. I think it's good. It's not as fun as Stereo Madness. It's gonna take a little bit of time to beat Stereo Madness. It took 6 levels, but now we enter Jumper. Jumper does not introduce too much. It introduces going upside down. That's it. Mechanic-wise, at least. It does introduce a type of gameplay style. Tight corridors, tight, little areas. You get to like 3 blocks in, with the gravity portal switching up and down. It introduces mostly gravity changes, though. Like gravity in the ship. That's all it really introduces. So that's not why I enjoy the level. But it's fun. Like it's so good. The music. Let's talk about the music. The music. Most people think I find these music. All 6 of these music songs nostalgic. Yes. The best song out of these is Can't Let Go, because I do like the piano kind of dun dun dun. The rest of the songs, Back on Track is a great song actually, but the songs haven't been too good. They all feel like they kind of blend in bass after bass, same as Dry Out, same as like Poltergeist. They're alright. They're good songs, but they're not like great, by any means. Some of them being okay, like bass after bass song. But this song is great. It's so cute. I call it cute. It's very cute. And the level is so fun. It may not be the best. It doesn't have the most amount of mechanics. It's not wild by any means, but it's so fun. I enjoy the level. It's really fun to do the corridor, the beginning, that style of game. I make that in a lot of levels. It's very, 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 very unique. You don't see a lot of that. I'm putting this in S. It's gonna be the first S tier. It's weird. I wanted to put it in A. It's almost in the middle here, like right here. But I'm sorry. It's going in S tier for me. Time Machine. Oh wait, no. Is that it? It is next. Time Machine. This, from Jumper to Time Machine, is quite the jump. I will say that. Pun intended. It's quite the jump here. Jump in time. It's really interesting because like this level is. Some people don't like it with the mirror portals. I don't mind mirror portals that much. I don't really like them when they're not used wisely, like with the fast. But just if it's hard enough level, if it's an easy level and there's a fast transition with mirror portal, that's not where it belongs. I'll get into that in future videos. That's not where it belongs. But if it's if it's a level that's pretty easy, pretty hard, decently hard at least, like this, then they're all fine. Just practice the level, especially if it's in demons. Like you're gonna practice the demon anyways. Just get used to it. Like it sucks to be you. I would agree that the newer alternative 2.2 does fix that issue, but I think overall Time Machine is just a fun level. The ship part is really good. I really like the ship part. It then again follows the Jumper style of gameplay. Like when you're going through the up and the down sections, like towards like 50 to 70 before the ship, you do have like the same block style and like the same up down. That is pretty fun to the end. I don't really like the beginning too much. The beginning is kind of meh. The corridor vibe at the beginning is really cool. I would say A tier. I enjoy it more than any of these down here. These are all kind of basic. These kind of just blend in together. I did say good things about them, but they just kind of blend in. You know, the first 7 levels, the first 6 levels, they blend in. Time Machine, though, it stands out and it's fun. It's kind of hard, you know. It's not a bad thing. Just because, you know, some people might not enjoy it because it turns hard all of a sudden. I think it's fun. Jumps are important. We don't want to go from Poltergeist to Time Machine, you know, but beating Cat Logo and then Jumper and then, you know, I think that's a good point. Cycles. Then most people say this level right here is easier than Time Machine. I disagree. Now I disagree only because, like, you know, it's a personal preference, but there's nothing in Time Machine that is in Time Machine that is like easier than Cycles as a whole. Now Cycles has the ball part, which is really easy. Ball's just generally one of the easier skills. There is a game. I'll be making a video about game modes and why some are just inherently easier to learn, and we'll get on more on that. But so here's the thing with Cycles. There's parts in this that are really fun. There's parts in this that are boring, so it makes it kind of hard to judge. But I'm just going to go ahead and put it in A tier. I'll tell you why. Here. More fun than any of these levels. I will put it above no, Time Machine's better. Time Machine's more well-rounded, I think, but it's not as good all the way. Like, there's not, like, the ship part is so fun in Cycles, and the ball at the end is so fun. But other than that, the level's okay. All the Cycles is better than anything in all these, right? But it's not as well-rounded as Time Machine. You know, it's good, but, like, not that well. Most people put most of the older levels in the bottom. I don't know why. I think most of the older levels are really fun, you know? I think a lot of levels are fun. So X-Step here. X-Step. Out of these 3 levels up here in S and A, I wouldn't say it's too wild. I do know this level is, you know, it's a good step up. Not really a step up, but it's good. The ship part was really tight. Like, I was like, whoa, it's so tight. The first ship part, I was like, whoa, that's wild. You know, and then I realized now today that's like not even like a 8-star ship. It's fun. It's fun. It's not like wild though. I wouldn't even say it's as fun as Cycles. Nothing stands out. I can't think of any moments where I'm like, that's really good. The first ball part's, you know, kind of fun, but like, it's admirable fun, but it's not real fun. Like, when I'm playing it again, I'll be like, yeah, I think I had fun with this, but yeah. So we're gonna go top of B tier. It's better than all these Bs. It's just not, I don't think it makes the cut for A. You can't beat Cycles and you can't make A. Clutterfunk. Immediate top of A tier. It's really good. It's really good. It's not S tier. But the music is phenomenal. I love this song. The ball part feels so intense. I wish it was harder though. The ball part is, compared to the rest of the level, the ball part is the easiest part in my opinion. Because, you know, you get some decent cube timings. Not really timings, but you have some decent cube sections with the up and the downs. Like the first cube with the mini cube. You know, it's ups, downs. It can be a little confusing with the orbs and everything. With the fake stuff and all that good stuff. But the ball part is just really easy. Really easy. It's not tough. The music though, the intense music is so good with that ball part. It fits. It fits. I just wish it was a little harder, you know. The ship parts are really well done. They're a little hard. Like for the jump from, this is definitely a jump. This is the biggest jump you've seen so far. To go from X-Step to Clutterfunk is hard. It's really, Clutterfunk was my first official wall. I wiped through the first levels all the way from Clutterfunk. So all of these 10 levels other than Clutterfunk, I wiped through them pretty simply. You know, I got stuck on Can't Let Go a little bit, stuck on Time Machine, stuck on that ship part and Cycles, but nothing else really made me feel stuck until I got Clutterfunk. Clutterfunk, what got me the most is that ship part. One of the first ship parts, it's the one with the big diamond looking section with the diamond thing with its path to get through before you enter the ball. That one's hard. That was really tight for my, because there's no other tight ship parts. Maybe a little bit at the end of X-Step and like Cycles, you know. Other than that, you don't get tight like that until you hit Clutterfunk, you know. We're gonna start talking about Clutterfunk though, because we're gonna move on to another fun level, I think, and it's a different type of fun, but it's fun. We're gonna put it right behind Clutterfunk. It's easy though. It's easy. I was sad to see this is insane. This should go to harder, I think. Oh no, sorry, it should go to hard. It should be can't let. I think it's around the same difficulty as Can't Let Go, which is kind of funny. Seeing as this is 12 stars, this is 6 stars. This is half of its star output. Yet I think it is. I think it's the same difficulty, if not easier. Can't Let Go had some really tight gaps between the spikes. This was like so easy. I don't know what it was. The flying was like easier than Clutterfunk here. Flying. The UFO was easy. Obviously, you start with the UFO, but same as the ball and cycles, and the cycles is harder. You know. I can't think of any hard parts in this level. The coin is obviously hard, but the mini ship, if you're not going for the coin, easiest thing ever. You know, the ship at the end with the through the pillars, like kind of like feels like a jumper style thing, easy. I don't know what, but I do have fun with this level. The pick-a-paths with the arrows. Some people don't like that. They're like, oh, memory. It's not even memory. It's not memory. It literally has arrows. It's not a. It's a fun little gimmick. It is a gimmick, but it's a fun gimmick, and I think it's good. I enjoyed this level. I have fun with this level. The song is one of the best songs on this entire track right here. Almost dashed here song right here. Almost dashed here song. Theory of Everything. Dun 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 dun. So good, right? That's how I feel about that. So good. Whew. Let's move on. Electroman Adventures. Song is good. Not as good as Theory of Everything, right? Because like the anticipation of the song. But the song is great. You know, it's good. It's good. It's real good. The level is so fun. Since we're rating on this on fun, it's more fun than Clutterfunk. This level is easy. This should be like once again a hard rated level. It should be around. Well, some of the parts are decently hard though. Like the UFO is definitely tighter than anything seen on Theory of Everything or Clutterfunk. Some of the ship parts, they're not super hard. They're not as hard as Clutterfunk's ship parts sometimes. So it's around a harder difficulty, I guess I'd say. However, I would say that it's fun. It's so fun. S tier fun, actually. We're gonna go S tier fun. I love that level. It gives you a good amount of fun until you hit club step. We're gonna move on. I'm just gonna say it's fun. I'm not gonna try to prove my point anymore. Agree with me, don't agree with me, whatever. It's fun. It's fun. Club step. We're gonna go. I know exactly where to put this one. A tier. Easy Demon difficulty fits it perfectly. This is the defining trait of Easy Demon here. This is the perfect example of an Easy Demon. Do not call this a medium demon, I swear. Don't. Just don't. Here's the thing. This level is so fun. The ship, hardest thing you've ever seen in a Robtop level. Just coming into this, hardest thing you've ever seen in a Robtop level, ever. Boom. Hard ship. This is the first time I ever actually started practicing, like starting a checkpoint at a portal and practicing that entire section there, and then practicing over and over and over and over again. That's because like the invisible spikes and everything. That's when I first started practicing, actual practicing. It teaches me some valuable stuff. This level, when I go back to play it again, the ship is so fun. I'm so good. Ship is one of my most carried game modes, even though I'm playing a level right now that I cannot get past this beginning ship over and over again. Crazy 3. You might know that. Like Crazy 2, sorry. Crazy 2. Infamous ship part. Either way. Very fun level, very fun experience. And the hardest thing we've seen so far. One of the hardest Robtop levels, obviously. One of the top 3. You know, pretty fun. I think the ship is, the UFO, the really fun UFO parts there. I don't know what to say about it. It's just so fun. Really good fun. So we're going to move on to electrodynamics here. Electrodynamics. Some people will get mad at electrodynamics. I'm not sure why. They hate the blind jump, but I've never found it too hard. Like, electrodynamics is hard enough to practice, especially if you're lower in skill, especially with ship, of course, and UFO. But this UFO is the best UFO in any Robtop level ever created. All these levels are so generic. And a single one of them is, it's the foundation. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it's generic. It's so generic. You have to agree with me. It's generic. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's generic though, right? No UFO in here is fun. Like fun-wise and like new and like cool, captivating. Actually, Theory of Everything 2 is really good. Yeah, sorry. Other than that, I can't think of any UFO fight like really good and like unique. Not just going through 2 sections or like, you know, simple like 5. Almost every UFO in this game, and all these levels are 5-star UFOs except for that first UFO part, and then even the mini UFO is pretty fun. You know, it's fun. You're going fast and you're a mini, so it's kind of hard when you're first doing it. This level's fun all around. Like the slope, the ball part. You know, it's fun. It's really easy. It's dumb. You know, the cube part in the middle. People say that section's boring, but I think it's a good part. You're stressed because you just got past all the hard parts in the beginning. It gives you a second to relax, get prepared, center yourself for the big drop at the end. The ship at the end is pretty fun. People said the stress test. I never found the stress test for the ship at the end. It was fun. It's easy too. This whole level's fun. A tier, right behind Club Set. Fun, just fun. Hexagon Force, S tier. I don't have to say much about this level other than it's just so fun. The duel, learning a duel for the first time, practicing a duel. No, there's no bug in the first duel, I promise you. No bug at all. The first duel is very fun though. Very fun stuff. All the duels, actually, ball sections, you know, the orbs, the big string of orbs, that is so fun. The slow ship at the end, you know. There's so many parts, you know, the slopes. The first ball section, the first ship section. This level looks really good. It's just S tier material. Blast processing. Many creators, content creators, GD Colon, EVW. I don't know any other. I can't name any others off the top of my head, but there are many others I've watched and seen. I hate this level. They say it's boring and easy. Well, of course, you went from it. Demon. Oh, sorry. Let's go. Let's do this. Insane. Oh, sorry. Wait. Sorry. Insane. Demon. No, sorry. Insane. Demon. Insane. I think it's fair to throw an easier level. Since the start of X Step, there's not been, or Cycles, or even any of the hard levels. There's not been an easy level in all these levels ever. In the main game, yeah, there has been in like the spin-offs, which is probably why he's added any in here. But in the main content, which is the best, there hasn't been a single easy level, right, or a hard level. So, is it really that bad to drop down some? Now, why would you get 10 stars? You're getting the same stars as Acheron here. I don't get it. You know, I know Robtop likes to increase his star for what you get, but why? Just why 10? Maybe 8 is fine. Even 9, but 10? Come on. That's worse than the clutter, the Theory of Everything thing. Alright, here's the thing though. It's fun to a degree, but if I go back, I'm not gonna have fun with it. The dual wave is pretty fun-ish. Like, it's a well-rounded level. That's why I'm putting it in C. So I'm back on track. You know, good level of fun at first. The music is great for both of these, but that's not enough to bring it up. You know, they're fun, but they're not like spectacular. Alright, Theory of Everything 2 is next. It gets you brings it down to something easy for something super hard again. I think this is my favorite Robtop level ever. I'm just gonna say that. It's good. It's so good. The mix of game modes, it's so dynamic with game modes. It is the star of 1.9, I think, in my opinion. And the wave is fun. You know, there's better wave today with portals and switching and everything. Robtop really hasn't mastered a good wave yet. It just does kind of generic things you see any day with a wave and a 5-star. But this wave was fun. It's the most fun wave in the game. Some really good UFO. The ball memory section is so good. You know, there's just a lot of good parts. The ship at the end, yeah, don't worry about that. The infinite 79%, that's not that bad. You know, choke point, sure, just do it again. You know, practice that section over and over again. You're in demon levels. Get a hold of yourself. It's preparing you for moments future. You know, stop whining about it. Just get it done. You know. Dimensional Dominator's next. The memory part of this level is really fun. The triggers and all that fun stuff. It's fun. We're rating this tier list mostly in my opinion on how fun they are, not really on mechanics. We're not going to go over whole GD Colin's rant about gimmicks and everything, so I'm going to say, like, B tier. It's fun. It's better than these two. All the cool gimmicks makes it stand out from something like basic on basic over here, and then basic Geist and basic out, basic processing. Yeah, Deadlocked is fun. Is it better than? Is it up here? We're gonna say it's better than these two, right? Right. Definitely more fun, but not as fun as Theory of Everything. I enjoyed the paths. Actually, Deadlocked has really fun moments, like the ball and all that stuff. It's up there. I was underestimating it. It's up there. We're gonna put it behind Club Step, actually. That sounds like a good choice, because see here, Club Step is good at all. I mean, Electrodynamics and Cloud are good at all, but they don't introduce so many unique ideas that are still fun to play to this day. You can go back and play Electrodynamics, and you're like, okay, I know this too much, but the gimmicks are what makes it stand out. What makes it fun, in my opinion. It might not be the case for game design according to Colin, but I think it's fun. I think it's good. Finger Dash. A lot of people love this level. I wouldn't say it's spectacular though. It's not A tier, I don't think. I think it is A tier. It is A tier. Yeah, never mind, sorry. It's good. It's better than these. But it's right around Theory of Everything, yeah. Is it better than Theory of Everything? The wave with the mini coins is fun. But other than that, dash hubs are pretty fun. But I don't know. Nothing stands out and says, this was really fun when I played it. The UFO is pretty generic. The spider is good. I will say that. Better introduction of a game mode than Theory of Everything. We're gonna put right above Theory of Everything. Not as fun as Cloud Funk though. Definitely not as fun. And then Dash, the newest level. Some people absolutely loved it. Some people didn't like it as much. But I didn't see anyone hate it. I personally think this level is so fun. The swing copter is so smooth. The one screen sections. This level makes you feel. That's what Geometry Dash is all about. Part of it with the music. Not one feature can stand alone, and this brings it all together. Yeah, you have the spider part. DD Colin ranted about it for 10 minutes, I think, in total. Probably 15 throughout all of his videos, 15, 20. There's a lot of that time spent wasted over something. Yeah, new players die there. You die there, you learn, get to it. Do it again. Might take you a few attempts to learn, but why are new players starting there anyways? But if you complete all the levels in the game and you run in order like you're supposed to, or at least beat all the regular levels, you have a pretty understanding how the game works, and just practice that part if you really can't understand it. Get over it. I don't think that's not going to affect my fun score. I felt this level. This level was fun. The Geometry Dash, and then the end part where you're flying into that ship with the big glitchy part. That's just so cool. The end tower part. That's what makes you feel. I can name you almost 10 parts. It's not almost a whole level where it's so fun. It's like the gimmicks of Deadlocked, just made better in terms of game design and more fun with better music. It's just one of the best levels ever created, but not above Theory of Everything. It makes you feel like Jumper. But it doesn't go above a Jumper doesn't go above and beyond with gimmicks, because it wasn't able to. It was part of the first update. And if Jumper for me is standing out with fun, almost as high as something like Dash, the newest level in the game right now, that should tell you something about how good Jumper and these levels are up here. We move on to the era of platformer levels. Now I'm gonna put this into the same chart because why not? Because if I made a video on all the platformer Robert has made, this would go very short. It'd be I could make it do a YouTube short, which I will make these as YouTube shorts. Either way, the tower, the first level, ooh. We are rating this on fun. I understand why it's so short. I understand what his purpose was here. So if I rate any of these levels here bad, or this level bad, or these level bad, don't think I don't understand what they were for. Don't type in the comments, be like, oh, this part in this level was meant to be. I'm not worried about mechanics. I'm solely on how fun I had. And Tower introduces the spinning, the fireballs, but really, is that it? It's so short. More than half the level is the guy yapping, or the scanning and everything. So I do agree with GD Cole on that. It's not really fun. I didn't enjoy it. I just kind of got through it to get to the good stuff, I'm gonna go D. Kind of dry out photographs, you just get through them. You appreciate what they're doing, but at the same time, I didn't really have fun. I just gonna get them. Let's see, the sewers. This is... We're gonna go top... We're gonna go... We're gonna go right here, yeah. The beginning is pretty fun. Introduces some cool ideas. You know, the fireballs return. Not with the fireballs, but the smashing. So it's the same concept as fireballs, you know, but just different form. You have the little coin. You go to the side. But it's fun. You know, the whole level's fun at the beginning. And then you get into the boss fight, and that's so good. It is so good, that boss fight. So good. I think it's really good. Really well made. I beat it. It took me a few attempts. It was challenging, but not enough. That was like, you know, I think I beat it like 10 attempts. 20 maybe. It was fun. It was good. You know, good stuff. The Cellar. Let's see here. The Cellar was like, people like G.D. Cole when he made his review of it. Like, they didn't like it as much. I thought this level was really good. It wasn't like a nothing sandwich like some people called it. It wasn't spectacular though either. It was like B tier, or no, it was A tier, but it was like bottom of A tier, I think. Right in here, it wasn't as fun as these two when I first played it. You know, it had some cool concepts, but nothing wild. This level, I enjoyed it. It's gonna go into top of A tier, I think. I think that's where it belongs. Actually, we're gonna go bottom of S tier, S minus for this level, because here's the thing here. It's fun. It's really good. There's so many ideas packed into this level that makes me entertained throughout the entire thing. The storyline's really cool. You got so much going on. And the boss fight's really fun. Some people didn't like it. Some people thought it was boring. I have to agree. Boss fight's a little boring, but it's good. It's a start. It's really good. I've had fun overall. So much fun with this level. I think it's good. I think Clubstep could interchange with this level. Could switch. Clubstep an A+, Deadbox an A+, too. This should say what that. This should say what that. This is like A minus. You know, all the ends are minuses and pluses, I think. Yeah. I think that's where it's at. This is like a D minus, almost F. That's what I feel with these levels, you know. These are all how much fun I had. I could feel different about these levels a different day, but if I'm thinking back to my overall enjoyment when I first played them and as I play them now, if I were to play them again in the future, this is how I'm rating them. And I think this is my tier list. I hope you all enjoyed. This was a long video, but it is definitely worth it. It is a topic that is so good to cover, and it's definitely a unique one. Please subscribe.